I'm starting the video.
Oh no.
So everything you say and do can be used against you in the court of law.
I just thought of a story. The power of turning on the camera.
Okay, the audio is on. Say some words. Just
These are the words that I'm saying. Is that good? Do you want me to say more words?
No, that's fine.
Hey, remember how I won in Catan
just-
an hour ago?
Just kidding. Okay, let me get comfy.
Let's all get comfortable.
I'm freezing because it's winter.
It is really cold.
I had an idea.
Okay.
Okay, you know how when we play Catan we always say the game is afoot?
Yeah. Well, you
What?
say that.
Nathan says it too.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, what if we created a game called The Game is Afoot? So when we were playing that game, we'd say, the game is afoot, is afoot.
Do you have any ideas for the game, or is it just
Yeah,
for
okay,
that
it's
one
gonna
phrase?
be like, what's that game with the pinchers? I'm so sorry. Operation.
Yeah, that's what, I was like, it's on the tip of, I know what you're talking
It's
about.
Operation, but it's just a foot. And it's either going to be called The Game is Afoot, or it's just going to be called Afoot.
Afoot. And then the tagline can be, the game is afoot. The game is afoot. And then at the bottom, the game is afoot.
Or...
Do you understand what I'm saying on the box?
Yeah, okay, so
Okay.
how many times will it say feet on the box? Foot.
No, only the
Foots.
words afoot and a foot. Also, a foot is its own word. I had to pop my elbow real quick.
Separate from a foot.
Yeah, they're two different words,
Dang.
so...
I'm learning so much already.
Write this down. These are $1 million ideas.
Shall we do missed connections?
Yes.
Listeners, you know the drill. Missed connections is on Craigslist. Everyone knows it. Here are some that I found on the internet in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, great job.
This one is entitled Purple Lover ?
I'm suspicious.
Your face. Okay. Your face just reminded me that we need to tell them really quick. This audio is going to be on our YouTube channel, so you can watch us record this episode if you don't want to listen to us, or if you want to see our facial expressions or something.
Yeah.
Back to Purple
We're
Lover.
wearing hats as well. I just thought I'd throw that. I'd loudly shout that.
We're wearing hats!
Also, if you want to see us wearing hats. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Purple Lover. We used to meet up just off Truman Road on the east side. You were a lovely young woman, and it was wonderful.
Yeah.
How...
I think it's the way that you read them that make me so uncomfortable. Alright, go ahead.
How did we drift apart? You always wore purple, dear lover.
No! No!
Shall we try again?
Ew, that's it!
That's it!
Oh gosh.
I think they're gonna
Whoever
make it.
you purple lover are, do not respond to that.
This one is entitled Brunette at Gardner Casey's.
Alright.
I'm gonna make it
Specific.
through this. You were a beautiful, curvy brunette wearing a white Obama Biden t-shirt tied off to show a little midriff.
Oh.
Black tights ripped and a black jacket. You drove a white convertible. My guess is a Mazda ? We checked each other out pretty hard, and you held the door open for me. Should have asked you on a date, but clumsy at these things. I think they mean, but I'm clumsy at these things. And then the date,
Thank
November
you for
30th,
specifying.
around 4:30 p.m.
Yikes. Wait, okay, so what I don't understand with some of these is that they don't always end with a call to action. So that one didn't end with like, hey, respond to this and maybe we can meet up. It's just like, this happened.
I think it's assumed. It's assumed I'm putting myself out there. You respond, because you can just email them through
Yeah.
Craigslist.
Oh, weird.
This one is entitled, Where Are the Goth Women?
Where are they? They
love...
turned into e-boys.
This one goes, I love goth women. So beautiful and sexy. Would love to meet and chat. White male.
Of course a white male
Of course
did
it's a
that.
white male. So anyways, if there's any goth women, he's out there.
There's a white male looking for you.
Healthcare guy missing my cute nerd. super friendly, down-to-earth, chill, respectful, healthcare guy looking for a cutie.
Those are all him describing himself? That's awesome. What if you started most introductions, like if you're meeting someone new, with like, super fun, super cute, down-to-earth girl named Kaylee.
Super tall brunette girl that does accounting, Elisa. Yeah, that's too much. I don't like it. Let me finish this one. Okay. Open to friends or possibly dating if we vibe.
Yikes.
If interested.
No, he said,
it
he
gets
said
worse.
vibe.
If interested, please reply with a picture and change subject to a favorite movie or band. You can also include your
That's too
Snapchat
much
if you
work.
have one of those, but not a deal breaker. So, ladies, this guy is looking for a gal. She can have a Snapchat, but it is not a deal breaker if she does not.
It's not required.
Right.
So for those of you who were thinking about getting a Snapchat, because you're
Right.
like, oh, that's a requirement for me to get a boyfriend.
Right.
In this case, the
Not
answer is
required.
no, it's not required.
Also, we hear he's down to earth, chill, respectful, and somehow involved in healthcare? Or maybe he's just hygienic himself?
Yeah, maybe he just takes really good care of himself.
I wonder if healthcare is like a fancy way of saying he's fit.
That's him trying to sneak in, like, I also go to the gym.
Looking for
I'm low-key ripped.
low-key ripped. Despicable. This one's called Hospital Stay.
Okay.
The hospital was Butler and you were in the criminally insane unit. I remember you clearly.
Wait, was she a patient? Is he hitting on a patient in the criminally insane wing of the hospital?
That's the whole thing. What I read you is the whole thing.
That's it? Ah.
2 sentences.
Oh my gosh. How's he gonna narrow that down?
He's not. Yeah, he's not. He's not gonna. Or she. I don't know. Oh, it's woman for man. It says W for M. That's
That's
woman
not what
for.
that means.
Yeah.
It's not like Worcestershire sauce for mayonnaise. Is it Worcestershire? Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
You're wrong.
Yeah, how do you... Alright.
Whatever you're saying is wrong.
Worcestershire.
To the girl throwing up from her cab. You were
Wait, he saw some girl throwing up, getting out of her cab?
I'm gonna get through it.
And he
Okay.
fell in love?
You were discharging a Thanksgiving Day feast worth of booze on the pavement of Market while I cheered you on from the car behind yours. You played your part perfectly, encumbering the city with freshly minted aromas of regurgitated cranberry sauce and vodka. I played mine with equal grace, impregnating the vacant morning air.
Why would you use the word impregnating?
This voice is so hard to do. Okay. Impregnating the vacant morning air with the clamorous hootings of a drunkard. What? Oh, so he was just drunkenly cheering for her in the car behind her.
As she's puking her guts out.
Yeah. On
Romance.
Thanksgiving. Yeah. It was a moment we shared that we will always have. They can never take that away from us.
Who is that?
Please don't ever change.
That's it? He's just cheering a girl on for getting hammered and puking on the sidewalk. Well, to each his own. Not my cup of tea.
Okay, I have two more.
Okay.
To the girl who attempted a B&E this morning. That's breaking and entering.
Thank you, I
Yeah.
did not know. I'm
Hi.
serious, I didn't know.
I'm the guy whose house you tried breaking into this morning around 9:30 a.m. in Morringale Street. Wouldn't that be at Morin? Whatever. Our conversation was short. You said, oh my gosh, as you saw me staring back at you through the door blinds.
Let's act this out.
Still, I feel we made a good connection. Separated only by inches, the door, and 2 locks you were trying to pick. I gave you 15 minutes to make your getaway. You're welcome, by the way. It says you're welcome, BTW. I don't know if you were with a professional crew, but please don't try to break into my house again. I'm so sorry. Was that my phone?
It was. Okay.
I'd hate to shoot your cute freckled face. However, if you're up for a legal encounter, I'm game. You know the one.
Oh my gosh.
So that would be, he comes to the door. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then 15 minutes later, it's on like he calls the cops.
Oh my gosh.
He calls the cops, is what I just said. Last one.
Okay.
You were the hot brunette with curves that farted near the produce this weekend.
So many things happened in that sentence.
You were. You aren't anymore.
Yeah, you aren't
were the hot brunette with curves that farted near the produce this weekend. I was the tall guy next to you that looked over and asked, "Was that you?" You quickly replied, "No, wasn't me." You almost seemed insulted I would ask. As the stink grew, you continued to deny your flatulence, but it was evident. I tried to get rid of the stench by waving a couple loaves of bread.
He's like...
You proceeded to storm off in an angry manner. You're beautiful, and even though you're a liar, I would love to meet you for a drink sometime.
That's funny. Nice.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the best one, I would say.
Missed connections, y'all.
Have you missed any connections? Oh, right. I'm Kaylee Porcher.
And I'm Elisa Davis, and this is Childish,
Childish,
our podcast where we discuss all the plot holes in all 4 seasons of Hannah Montana.
Let's go.
Let's get
Plot hole
started.
number 1.
Everything sucks about it.
Miley and her dad are the worst characters. This is a complete plot hole right there.
The plot hole is, the whole thing is trash, which I didn't realize when I watched it, when I loved it when I was a kid.
Well, I always just liked Rico, Jackson, and Oliver.
Jackson
Everyone
is a
else
gem.
sucked. Yeah, Jackson was freaking gold.
Having Disney Plus and like trying to rewatch those, Jackson is hysterical.
He's so funny.
Also some of their like little side characters, like the bodyguard lady, Roxy, I think her name is. She's pretty funny.
I also liked Uncle Earl. He was very funny.
I don't think
He's only in like the holiday episodes because the actor that plays him is really famous.
I only watched like 8 episodes of season 1.
Ever?
No, sorry. Recently, like once I got my Disney Plus.
Gotcha.
Which now I've paid for, which I was gonna just get the 1 week trial. But now I've paid $7.
So now you're just gonna keep paying $7?
For the next month.
Oh,
And
it's
then we'll
monthly?
see. Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was weekly. $7 a week is ridiculous.
That's absurd. If they charge you $7 a week, I'm gonna cry.
Okay, yeah, just do the month. Right, Elisa, tell me a story. Because I, as we've been talking, have already forgotten my story. So as you tell yours, I'll try to remember it, and then we'll get there.
It went a little something like this. Middle school. Skate City. Class trip.
That's the spot right there.
No,
Those
it's a
are
nightmare.
vibes.
Yeah, it's
they're the worst.
horrible. Okay, let me back it up a little bit. Do you remember when Justin Bieber, like, exploded? Not, like, literally.
Sort of. I wasn't allowed to listen to him as a child, so.
It was sometime between, like, 6th and 8th grade year. It was somewhere in there. And they did this competition on YouTube where they wanted people to make their own, like, music videos to his song One Time. Baby, you're my one love, my one night, my one night for sure. I'ma tell you one time, girl.
Oh, okay. I was like, where's the
you.
chorus? Okay, yes.
Girl, I love you. Yeah, okay.
I'm not thing for the podcast.
I'm not here to cover Justin Bieber songs.
That's our other podcast, guys. Justin Bieber covers the podcast.
Starring Kaylee and Elisa. Okay, so that's the song. That'll come back later. Okay. But basically, that song had just blown up because they did that music video competition on YouTube. And so there was, like, tons of people posting their own terrible covers and music videos to this song. So, I was a pretty good roller skater.
Nice.
Like, you get me in the skates and I'll pick it up and I'll go. Yeah, I was a pretty decent roller skater. I think I still am, I just don't go, like, ever.
We should go.
We really should. They do, actually the one skate city, still left in Kansas City, it's like in Overland Park, does an adult night.
We're adults now.
I know, well, and it's nice because then there's no dumb kids around. They can't be.
These tiny children that you have to skirt around.
I went once, and it's a lot of, like, hip 60-year-olds that are, like, grooving to
Let's get wigs and go.
Okay.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah, blue.
Or white so that they glow.
Okay, glow-in-the-dark wigs.
Yes.
Okay, anyone can join us. Childish podcast event, glow-in-the-dark wig event.
Yes, bring your own wig.
BYOW. Okay, so we're at Skate City. It's a class, whatever. And I don't remember why, but it was like super hip to hold hands
with whom?
With your friends, like in lines or like there was some like kind of almost couples that would hold hands because it was like we can do it at Skate City, we can hold hands at Skate City, and it's like I don't know.
And you can mask it to like I was about to fall.
I'm not gonna
grasp a hand. Oh, it's a boy. You know?
Listen, I'm not going to explain middle school angst on this podcast. So we're skating around, and I'm holding hands with, like, some girls. Like, I'm in between two girls, and one girl lets go, and she skates on. So I'm holding hands with this gal named Elisa, and we're skating around, and up skates Kip, and he holds my hand on the left side.
I forgot you went to KCC in middle school. Continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, dark times. So now I'm in between Elisa and Kip, and I turn to Elisa, because Elisa is a feisty person.
She is.
And I look at her with a look that says, "Don't you dare let go of my hand." And she looks up at me, because she was a lot shorter than me, with a look that says...
Feistiness in her eyes?
With feistiness in her eyes that says, "Ha ha ha, I'm gonna leave you here to die."
Along
and
with
she
Kip
lets go of my hand, and she skates on. So now the song "One Time" by Justin Bieber is playing, and I'm holding hands with just Kip, and we're skating around this rink, and I'm just like, do not want to be in this situation that I'm in right now. I was so uncomfortable.
Aww. Was Kip chill about it though?
Yeah, Kip was totally just like
he's like, I'm skating.
He was like, we're friends. Let's have fun.
Aww.
Like, I'll have to ask him. No,
so you made it weird.
I did.
Let's.
Sorry, finish your sentence.
Let's call Kip up.
No.
Let's call Kip up and ask him how he felt about that moment.
I do not want to do that.
If he was like, yeah, I felt a love connection, but then we never talked about it.
No. So the story, it doesn't end there.
Oh, okay.
So we're skating around, and I'm like just dying inside. I'm like, I cannot do this anymore. I can't handle the Justin Bieber music.
Did you just like thrust him away?
No. So what I did
was
I did what I think was a very good acting. But it probably wasn't. Where I was like, oh no, and I started like stumbling, like I couldn't skate. Pretend like I couldn't skate.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, and I did that for a little bit, but I didn't want to fall all the way down because that's even more embarrassing. And so I was like, I think I gotta go. I'm gonna go sit down. And then I was like, I can't really skate very well. And then I went and sat down.
And you left Kip to skate alone.
Yeah. And also lied to him about the quality of skating that I know how to do. So.
Well, how do you feel about this now that you're older and wiser, Elisa? What have you learned from this moment?
I don't regret my decisions, but I do feel like the world needs to know that I'm a fairly decent roller skater.
You want to set the record straight for Kip especially?
I feel like, I don't know if he has the same phone number, but what if I text him and was just like, I need you to know that I'm a fairly decent rollerblader?
You should, that'd be so funny.
Be like, new number, who dis? It'd be someone else completely.
Also, speaking of Kip, do you remember when we went on a 3-way date with him? To the dance.
No.
I went to the dance with him.
Or he asked you. Who asked who?
I don't remember.
One of you. I don't know. One of you asked the other one to the dance, and I also did everything with you guys that night.
Well, and also I wasn't allowed to drive with any other high schooler, and I don't think I had my license yet.
Oh, just me.
You were the only person. Yeah, so even if Kip wanted to drive us around, I was like, sorry, guys.
It was probably Kip asked you, because if it was a woman asks man, I probably would have asked a boy too.
Yeah, right? That makes sense. Yeah.
So it was probably Kip asked you to the dance, and then the three of us just ended up hanging out all night, which means that it seems like I would be the third wheel, but in reality, Kip was the third
definitely
wheel.
We were on a very fun date, and Kip was the third wheel. That was really fun. I had fun.
Man, I've told a lot of stories about Kip on this podcast.
We should call Kip up and thank him for the plethora of content he's given us.
I haven't spoken to Kip in 6 years.
Me neither.
Or something. Okay, let's take a break, and when we come back, you'll tell us your story.
Okay,
and
I'll try to remember it.
We'll just see where we go from there. And we're rolling again.
Are we?
Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. So,
we're back.
I'm just going to start recording, and I'll say, like, we're back from the break or something like that. Stop that. Alrighty, we're back from the break.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
guys. Welcome back.
We're so thrilled to talk to you about our new health and fitness gummy bears.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
It did sound like gummy bears. I liked it. My mom makes me take adult women vitamins, and they're gummies. I don't like it. Do you take vitamins?
I take vitamin C, and then I take vitamin D like every other day.
So you don't take a specified, like, women's vitamin?
No, and also, I feel like when you say, my mom makes me...
She just makes me feel really bad about the way my hair and skin looks until, like, she's like, Kaylee, this is why your hair looks dry and your skin is dry. You need to take a women's vitamin.
Well, maybe I'm just not clued in, and I should be taking women's vitamins.
It
My
makes
hands
me
are
feel
dry.
old. My hands are all, yeah, they're very dry.
But also, it's wintertime, and it's dry outside, so
Right?
screw you, Mom.
I'll tell a fun story about my mom, though, that has to do with your skating story.
Impeccable transition.
Thank you. I was thinking about it. So my parents grew up, or they didn't really grow up together, but they were friends in like middle school and high school because they went to the same youth group. And my grandparents also, my mom's parents, ran that youth group, so they did like tons of things together, and that's why they started dating and fell in love, all that fun stuff. But before they started dating, one of my mom's friends had a crush on my dad, but was like super shy, and my mom hated that. She was like super annoyed with that at all times. She's like, gosh, if you like somebody, go talk to them. I'm not going to do this little game thing. But her friend was like, no, I'm so nervous. Can you talk to Eddie for me, please? Can you just see if he likes me? And so my mom was like, fine. They're at Skate City.
Of course.
But yes. Also because my papa worked there. So he used to do skate nights for all the kids all the time and play only Christian music. Yeah.
Wow,
so we used to
only
get in
Christian music.
Yeah, that's
Papa, come on.
Okay, they have like books on what secular music does to you, so they're very adamant
The
about
kids want to rage.
They want Justin Bieber one time. Actually, back then they wouldn't have had Justin Bieber. He wasn't born yet. Anyways, they're all at Skate City, and my mom's friend is like, can you please talk to Eddie and see if he likes me? Can you ask him to skate and like get alone with him and just ask him about me? And my mom's like, fine, whatever. So she goes to my dad and she's like, hey, do you want to skate like one song with me? And he's like, yeah, totally, yeah. So later we find out my dad thinks my mom is totally interested, and he's like, yeah, Lisa totally likes me because I kind of like Lisa, so it works out. They skate, and then later my mom's like, so do you like Megan? And he's like, no, what? And so that was just the funny story that she was like, do you like this other friend? And he's like, no, I like you. Why aren't you asking me this thing?
We skated together.
Right, you asked me to skate. Wasn't that love?
Isn't that... Didn't you get the...
But you make it work. All right, virgins.
Virginals. Are we still doing that?
I'm going with virgins. I actually put virgins only on all of our social media. I don't know if you noticed that. I put it at on all of our bios.
Oh,
it says the normal bio and then 2 spaces, and it says virgins only in all caps.
So that the 3 people that consistently listen to our podcast are the only ones that'll understand that.
That's true, but it's fine. I feel like it kind of encourages people to... I would want to listen.
We've come this far.
We have come this far. We just did it, so it's okay. All right.
Well,
Get out.
leave. Podcast over.
And that was rough.
And
My friend has sent me
Name for this?
videos. Virgins only.
No, we just did virgins. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
let's do like Skate City or
They were recording without me last year. Or 2 years ago. That's your chair.
Skate.
Skating for love.
Yeah. Oh, dang it. What should we call this? What's the misconnection? Purple Lover question mark was like the first one. Shoot, maybe there's another one that we could use, just the title from, like we did with Mulching Around. Okay. Purple Lover.
I like purple.
Where are the goth women?
Yeah.
Healthcare guy, missing my cute nerd, hospital stay.
Where are the goth women?
Do you like that
I
one?
do like that one. I think it's funny. Where are the goth women? Without you, baby.
Why won't it let me save this?
Get a tray.
Desktop, save. Save. Why? Look what it's doing. It's being such a freaking weirdo. Yes. Jeez, that took 10 years. Okay, let's record, our little commercial.
Okay.
Without you, baby.
Here's what I have written down. And we can do a variation of this, or if you hate it all, we just won't do it at all. So you're K.
K. Oh. Alright. I understand now.